What's up, everybody? This is the 8 to 5 trader. Giving you guys my trades that I did today. Today is June 11, 2018. And again, I got smacked in the face for a realized loss of negative 326 bucks. And account report, I'm down negative 444 bucks after commissions with $103.95 in commissions. So net P&L minus $444.45. So what the hell went wrong today? Well, this is basically a bunch of losses that I've had over the past few days. I had a nice little day on Friday that, I was up about 40 bucks or something like that. But now, after losing like 700, and of course this is still in the simulator, so I'm not losing real money. But this burns my soul, people. This burns my soul. So these are the stocks that I traded today, and I'm going to go over the ones that I did. I'm going to start in order so I can kind of give you guys my mindset as we went along. So at open, NKTR was my wild card. And, I've been trading this stock for like the past week pretty much. And at the open, well, actually in the pre-market, it didn't have any volume. So I was thinking to myself, maybe it'll wild card again and just, get some good volume. So at the open, the price action just flatline, right? It just went boom, just dropped, right? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe this is gonna go back down. After the first 5 minutes, I was like, maybe we can get down to 50.66. This level that I had on the daily, that was looking like, if we had got this drop, I was thinking to myself, we could just keep going all the way down to like zero. Not really, but I really thought we could get a significant move here. Had we got this drop right here, I thought we could have easily broken down to like 48.59 and probably lower, but we didn't get that move. And what ended up happening, I think I took that trade after, let's see, minute 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I take my trades at the first 5. The non-moving average, we did not lose the non-moving average, but I did kind of get a late entry right here. I went short 200 shares, and I ended up getting squeezed up, but we never broke the non-moving average. But after seeing these squeezes right here, I went ahead and covered because I didn't want to get squeezed up, which is what eventually ended up happening right here. But I took that trade and ended up losing out pretty big. So I ended up at the same time taking the trade on I. So I was squeezed up at open and rejected the non-moving average, even though we did get a close above VWAP, right? I'm thinking to myself that maybe this is going to keep going down. I'm thinking that we're going to make a false breakout. It tries to break out, go up to the upside, but it keeps going down. And that's what I thought was going to happen right here on the 1 minute. I'm thinking to myself, this is going to come down. So I actually got a good little move from the upside to the downside. So I got 200 shares short after we were starting to going down, getting the move to the downside. I averaged down, added another 200, so my average was 15.26. Then we started to consolidate. Now, what I should have done was probably, I guess, cover. But this candle, it always pops on me. I never get a smooth squeeze. I always get caught in like a very violent squeeze. So this squeeze right here popped so quick, which is why it was at the top. Got a violent pop, and then price action ended up coming down after I covered. But I went ahead and took it off, and that knocked me down like 98 bucks. So at this time, I'm down like, after I covered that, the NKTR position, the first one I showed you, after a few minutes later, I'm already down like 100 some bucks. So I'm not shook, but I'm like, fuck, man, what's going on? Why is this like, what's happening? I'm thinking like I'm seeing the moves, it's just not happening. So I averaged down literally at the bottom, but I should have covered here. We never lost a non-moving average, but it was so close, I guess I couldn't really use it as an indicator, but anything happens. So I guess my positioning wasn't, my position sizing was probably kind of screwed up here. And probably was the same on NKTR. Like, I was kind of far away from this moving average right here, and I took too big of a size, but, I was looking for this downside move, and, it is what it is. I just didn't get a good move on it, right? So after these two trades, right, I lost out. So let's see, NKTR, so that's when I averaged down. So let's go back to NKTR. At 940, I'm already down like 100 some bucks. So I took another short on NKTR. I got a late entry, right? I'm thinking, okay, we're finally going to break down. We're coming back down. We're going to make a new low right here, right? Went short 200 shares at 51.56. Didn't get the move, squeezed up again. That was 24 cents on 200 shares. Got to squeeze up again, stopped out. Price action just went boom after that. So I'm glad I got out of that. At that point, I'm down 96 bucks on both my trades with NKTR. Actually, I was down more than that. Actually, I ended up making a nice little trade right here. We'll come back to that. So after that, I was also trading AAOI. AAOI made a nice little move to the downside, but that was after I took my trade. So again, I got a stupidly late entry. I should have waited. Either I should have waited. I could have done three things here, right? I could have either waited completely for a pullback. I could have taken a smaller position size, or I could have, well, just not taking the trade. That's probably, yeah. So I guess that's three. But I took 200 shares right here for the anticipation of the breakdown. Late entry, just bad trade. I don't take trades like this. I don't know why I took this trade. It was definitely a fear of missing out. Had I just waited, the volume was not really there, but it was moving cleanly. Price actually squeezed up. Then we got a nice sell-off from 42.80s all the way down to, let's see, probably 41.30. So nice sell-off. I missed that. Just didn't trade that as well as I could have. Definitely didn't make a good trade there. So it is what it is, and I lost 66 bucks on that. So late entry, bad trade. Should have took a smaller share size with so much risk of this squeezing up, and also the fact that I didn't really get in at the moving average. I was literally getting in at the bottom on a stock that had hardly any volume. So that was definitely my foolish mistake. MU was traded next right here. MU, I was looking for the breakdown, thinking we were going to make a false breakout, and we're going to go to the downside. At this point, I'm down easily like 200 bucks, right? So I went short 200 shares for the anticipation of the breakdown through VWAP. 62.21 went short 200 shares, and I only gave it 10 cents. If I had gave it 11 cents, I would have been able to ride this wave, miss this wave. That would have easily been, let's see, 62.21. That would have been about, let's say, I probably would have covered here, because knowing that moving average right there, because I tend to cover on moves like this when we hit the moving averages on the 5 minute when we're coming down. I would have probably held it through this and probably covered here after we've seen it was starting to squeeze up after this 1 minute candle, because I'm pretty sure it's going to squeeze back up. I've seen that move happen quite a bit, which is why I took this trade. And I ended up missing out on a 50-cent move. That would have easily been 100 bucks. And then we got the move back up right here, kind of how the AAOI did. Got the move back up. Then we finally got the move down. That would have been such a beautiful move all the way down to the 200. 61.12, easily right at a point. So I missed out again. Bad trade. Then IQ, I almost shorted right around here. Andrew in the chat room, in Bear Bulls Traders chat room, he called us out as a possible short. I'm glad I didn't take it. He didn't take it, but he was just saying, hey, look at this, might be a good short. He was looking at it, but I know not to take trades right around these moving averages, because there's a good chance they're gonna bounce, which is what MU did. It bounced, it came back up. I was like, okay, maybe it's a good chance it's gonna come back down. Since it's coming down, maybe it's gonna finally break down. Went short 200 shares. Again, this is right after I'm already down 200 bucks. So I went short 200, and I instantly covered like when I got a slight move, because what was happening, the price action would go down, come up, go down, come up, and I really didn't want this thing to pop since IQ was already strong. Then we consolidated a little bit, and then we finally got that round of sell-off, because had this gone the other way, 52 cents, it could easily went up another 20 cents. But had I been up, I definitely would have held this. Me taking 200 shares on at 34.52, give or take 20 cent, I definitely would have held that for probably 20 to 30 cent for the possibility of getting 50 cents out of this, or even more so all the way down to a whole point. So I missed out on that as well. But again, my mindset at this time, I'm already shook. I'm not trading well. I'm upset. It just wasn't a good time. So then I came back for another short. I think I made like 20 bucks on that. I was up like 22 bucks on IQ at the time after I closed it. Then I went back short, thinking we were going to get another round of sell-offs here. We didn't close below the 220, thinking, hey, maybe we're going to get another push down. We closed below 9 right here. I was looking for a move back down here. I took 200 shares, 20 cents. I was looking to get 40 cents out of this move. Ended up only giving it, I think, 10 cents or something like that. Let me see, 34.17. No, that's like 23 cents. So I let it run a little bit too far Again, I'm letting my losers run way too far, man. This is killing me. This is really upsetting me, the fact that I keep letting these trades go too far. I should have only took 100 shares here and got the move down. I just didn't trade this well. So after that, let's see, 3417. Let's see, yeah, cover that. All right, I was trading NKTR again at the same time. 200 shares for the anticipation of breakdown through VWAP. We didn't get this big move down. After we consolidated around here, I went ahead and covered after we broke the 9. I shorted 200 shares at VWAP 52.43. Got 40 cents out of it, didn't cover. Think we're going to get a big significant move, but the price actually was so jumpy. I should have just went ahead and covered. I thought we were going to break down. We didn't, but I ended up only getting 10 cents out of that. That's cool. I'm actually okay with this trade. This was an okay trade. I'm not too beat up about this, even though I didn't cover it, but it is what it is. I'm glad I got I'm getting good entries majority of the time. It's just my X's aren't as good, so I'm actually pretty okay with this. I've seen trades where I was really thinking we were going to break all the way down because it was around this time where stocks tend to break down, but we didn't get it. So, yeah, I'm actually okay with this one. So NKTR, and that's when I ended up covering that IQ position right there. And then SFIX. This one, I kind of had a fear of missing out a little bit on this one. I'm glad I stopped out early. I think I took probably a little bit too big of a share size, but at the same time, I was looking to get from 24.10 down to 23.65. We had that nice little sell-off. I was like, okay, maybe it's going to sell off some more. And I waited till we start to break back down through the 9. I'm thinking we're going to get the momentum and come back down. We didn't get it. And I got in at 24.10, 200 shares, and I got out at 24.21. So I gave it 11 cents before I finally got out. So I'm kind of okay with that. I think the trade was a little late. This was like ugly right here. Tried to squeeze up, couldn't make it. Then tried to squeeze, push down, couldn't make it. Kind of consolidated. So that could have been an indication of where it was going to possibly go. But I think it did eventually start selling off later on in the day. But I was looking for that 200 right there. But I missed this right here, traded other stuff. Made a nice move, even made a nice clean close below VWAP at 25 bucks, 24.98. Could have risked about 11 cents. I could have loaded up 300 shares on that and just rode the momentum down for about almost a point. So yeah, I missed out on that too, big time. I think I was trading NKTR around the same time right here. I think, let's see, yeah, I was trading NKTR, or I was covering positions again anyway, but I went short again on I. I was looking to get another move on I right here. I went short 200 shares, looking for the breakdown through VWAP 1582. Was looking just to start moving down. We ended up getting to 15 bucks, but it took a long time for that move to happen, and I ultimately just didn't get it. But again, around this time, I'm down probably 350, 400 right now. This is my last trade. This one I just gave up. I was like, you know what? It's just not working out today. But we did. This would have been a better entry right here, this little spot right here. I did get in that VWAP, but late entry, I probably would have held it had we got up here. Again, this was a bad trade. So my entries weren't crisp like they normally are. My exits definitely aren't as always crisp. I think my entry here was gold. I think my entry here on NKTR was a little late, but it could have been better. This one was garbage. This one was gold. AAOI, garbage entry. MU, I think that was a fantastic entry. My mindset was already broken at the time. I could have easily just, oh man, I could have racked up there. IQ, my entry was gold. I didn't have the mental aspect or the mindset at the time to hold this, so, you know, just couldn't hold it. I think my entry right here was good too. We just didn't get the move. At this point, the volume had dried up, so, you know, it is what it is. But right now, what I'm trying to work on and what I realize what I need to kind of figure out is, because this is not the first time I've seen myself do this, where I'm up like, you know, I'm up on the days like plus 134, plus 486, plus 282, then boom, minus 322, minus 214, up 101, and then I'm just like, I can't recover from it. This isn't the first time I've seen this happen, you know, and what I always attribute it to is it's never really my entries all the time, you know. It's more so my me getting used to making that $200 and $300 day. Like my daily goal was initially 50 bucks a day, because you know, with a small account like this, you don't want to take big losses like this, because you won't be able to trade in a couple of days. You keep taking losses like this, especially how I trade 200 shares. But certain trades I do take 100. Like this trade, even though it was minus 22, I don't think this was a bad trade. I just think it was the volume was dried up. But like this trade, I should have took maybe 100 shares and maybe added 100 versus going 200 like I did. I shouldn't have done that. But I don't think that the entry just wasn't that bad to me. It's just it just didn't get the move because I knew like had I gone here, it was only 14.96, and I was like, okay, if I got 400 shares, man, I could easily rack up like $200 on this trade or 150. But that's so the wrong mindset. That it's just like as soon as I got to the bottom of this candle, it just didn't go, and this pop happened. I kept getting caught in these terrible squeezes. Like this was a pop, like it was just ugly, and like this trade, it was late. I should have took 100 shares. It was just too late. Maybe 150. Just I gotta start stopping out early. It's just when I don't want to miss the move, and then I don't want to. It ain't so much the commissions. I don't want to miss the move and then have to get back in. And it's just it'll mess up my head if I'm constantly just getting in after getting out so many times. And I don't know. I'm just trying to find that balance. But right now, what I'm trying to work on after seeing this, I gotta try to be content and patient with not taking a trade. Like I will be happy if I'm taking perfect entries. If I'm making perfect entries, like if I see the signal is closing below VWAP, because this did close below VWAP. It closed perfectly below VWAP, maybe like 15 cents. And then, it squeezed up and it just didn't get the move, right? But if I'm getting perfect entries, I will be happy with that. And also if I'm getting good exits. Because right now my exits are good on profit taking for the most part, but they are not as far as taking losses. I'm taking huge losses because I'm not stopping out when I need to be stopping out. It's just I'm just letting it run too far because I don't want to get out and have to get back in. I'm like, I'm racking up commissions and I'm taking a loss on this. I should have just stopped out, man. Like MU, I stopped out, but I stopped out too damn early. I'm stopping out on the wrong thing. There's no reason I should have stopped out that early. On IQ, now granted, IQ, I was just anticipating it for it to just explode at some point. It was just like I just felt like it was just gonna like come up here and just go like kapow, like hit me in the face, and I'd be down like 30 cents on 200 shares. But I probably could have held that one, even though it was a late entry. Like this little gap right here, this is this almost like the squeeze potential. Almost, I don't know what to call it, but this is the potential. Like this is my risk to reward, right? But my risk to reward is off. I don't think my entries are off. I don't think my strategy is off. I think the strategy works. I'm seeing the signals, right? This signal, right? I would have picked up on that. I see that signal. I see the signal, right? I'm seeing the signal. It's just my entries sometimes where I need to stop out and get back in, it's just not good, and I need to work on that. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Again, I'm down $400, so I'm probably gonna reset my simulator tomorrow back to 3,500. I know 3,500 is a low amount to trade with, but I can trade comfortably 200 shares, 300 shares on certain stocks with $53 stocks, which I trade between the $20 and $100 stocks. I can comfortably trade 200 shares on almost all of those, except like a $100 stock. But majority, 95% of my stocks and my right here that I can comfortably take big size on if I need to, So that's why I trade with 3,500. And my goal is to try to build that 3,500 up to 10,000. If I can build from 3,500 up to 10,000, that's when I know that I can go live and then get not only 3,500 to 10,000, but eventually get 10,000 to 25,000, and I can get off of an offshore broker like CME or Share Trader. My goal is to get from 3,500 to 10,000, and at that point, I know one, I'm consistently trading very well, and taking good entries, good exits, getting profits, and also making sure that my mind is correct, my mindset is in the right place, and also the idea that I'm taking these freaking trades off when I need to be taking them off. That's what's killing me. It's killing me so bad. Like this, let me show you guys. Like this right here. Let's go here. Let's go to this thing. This is my trader view. Let's see. How do I view it? Let's see. Let's go to journal view. We're gonna go. Let's see, what's some of my biggest losers? Let's go to this one, YY. YY. See, I didn't even, oh wow, like this is terrible. Like I went short right here and didn't stop out for quite a while. Like look at that, that's just terrible. Look at this short and then look at that pop right. Look, that's unacceptable. Went short, got another pop. Now granted, these pops happen quite quickly, but you see my point here. I'm not stopping out. Even though I got that big push down, I was upset about this, but I should have stopped out at VWAP. I should have stopped out here. I let that go up a whole nother point and some change before I stopped out. That's not acceptable. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back on these trades and just focus on, you know, telling myself and looking at these charts that I need to stop out when I need to stop out and get my head together. So tomorrow when I come back in here and trade, I'll be good to go. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, whether I'm crazy or whether my entries are good or whether you guys think my strategy is good. I think the strategy is fine. I just think that my positioning, sizing, and my risk reward thoughts are not where they need to be. You know, where I need to take 100 shares or 200 shares. It's not like this. Again, this trade should have been definitely 100 shares with that potential gap there. And, you know, my risk reward on stopping out. Because me wanting to stop out at the break of the non-moving average with such a late entry, I got to remember that this isn't always applicable if I'm getting such late entry. So I need to change that. But let me know what you guys think. So that's what I did for today, minus 444. And I'm going to try to come back tomorrow. No, I'm not going to try. I am going to come back stronger tomorrow and not let this get to me because I want this. I just need to get my shit together and put in the work and make sure I'm doing what I need to do on my end. So once I have it, I will definitely be deserving of it. So that's it, guys. See y'all tomorrow.